Khloe Kardashian has of late ignited worries over the way that she apparently disregards her child Tatum, and Kanye West is purportedly stressed that all the young men in the vehicle Junior family, including his own two children, have been deserted. For what reason do the Kardashians just post their girls, yet not their children, since they can't benefit off the young men the same way they can benefit off the young ladies? There is something extremely strange about the way that Khloe fanatically represented her little girl Valid via virtual entertainment, but she never shares any photographs or updates about her child Tatum. Initially, he was conveyed through substitute, or the stork I like to say. And at first, I truly didn't have the foggiest idea what I planned to name him. I needed to meet him and get a handle on him. Somewhat a few fans at first hypothesized that Khloe didn't bond with her child since Tatum was conceived through proxy anyway. As per Kanye West, the genuine explanation, Khloe is by all accounts disregarding her child, is on the grounds that Kris Jenner showed every last bit of her little girls how to adapt young ladies, and they essentially see no worth in advancing their children. And I'm glad that you all got to see simply a little piece of what I managed. You comprehend what I'm talking about. Khloe Kardashian's child Tatum will turn one soon, yet except if you have an undesirable fixation on the Kardashians. You presumably failed to remember that Khloe even has a child, since she never posts him via online entertainment. Now, you might be thinking this is truly something to be thankful for, in light of the fact that all children merit security, yet while that is certainly evident, we can't resist the urge to ask why Khloe doesn't bear the cost of this equivalent sort of protection to her little girl. See, when Khloe brought forth her little girl Genuine, she began posting photographs of her on Instagram and putting channels on her inside only a couple of months after evident was conceived. Khloe's feed was at that point overflowed with cautiously altered photographs of her little girl. Now from that point forward, Khloe shares constantly photographs of truth. And before obvious, even turned one, Khloe had proactively gotten bringing in cash going of her by placing her in supported posts. There are likewise a ton of Genuine's photographs on Khloe's feed, where Genuine is fundamentally utilized as a prop to flaunt her mother's abundance, like this photograph that Khloe posted when Genuine was only a half-year-old appearance, her encompassed by Khloe's assortment of Birkin sacks. And what's significantly more peculiar is that Khloe frequently involves Valid in her thirst trap photographs, like who even postures like this while holding a child. Yet that is not all. Fans additionally notice that Genuine skin tone in Khloe's photographs is a lot lighter than the open photographs of Genuine snapped by the paparazzi of late. Khloe likewise began involving Valid in ads for irregular items that are not even designated at kids, like headache medicines and vegetarian spread. Now, clearly Khloe began adapting Valid since the beginning anyway. Her child is totally MIA from her online entertainment. And Khloe has more photographs with her niece stream than with her child. Fans as of late begun getting down on Khloe for behaving like Tatum doesn't exist. And one Reddit client communicated worry over this platitude, that Khloe appears to be totally disengaged from her child, while fanatically posting about evident, and keeping in mind that a few fans guess that Khloe's having issues holding with Tatum, since she didn't convey him. Most of fans are persuaded the Genuine explanation is substantially more shallow, since we've previously seen similar example with Khloe's mother Kris and her sisters Kim and Kylie. It's likewise only the manner in which the family treats young men, I think one fan said. And someone else answered, this is the very reason they're dealing with adapting the young ladies when their time is over. Insured North Penelope, Genuine turbulent, and Chicago are the following. Cargener migraine young men aren't enormous cash via online entertainment thirst traps. And these fans may be onto something on the grounds that Kanye West recently attempted to caution us about this, and he was likewise stressed that Kim would take advantage of his little girls, very much like Kris Jenner took advantage of Kim and her sisters back in 2020. soon after Kanye disappeared to his Wyoming farm and guaranteed Chris and Kim attempted to fly in with two specialists and lock him up. Kanye tweeted this: "I put my life on my stomach, that North's mother could never photo her doing Playboy, and that is on God." And in a subsequent tweet, Kanye added, "I put my life at risk for my youngsters, that North's mom could never sell her sex tape." And presently plainly Kanye understood what he was referring to on the grounds that Kim to drive North into the spotlight, but at the same time's truly upsetting that Kim doesn't appear to be too worried about what each of this media consideration will mean for North over the long haul. And it appears as though she's utilizing North to raise her own exposure to give you only one model. Kim, as of late, started reaction after a class became a web sensation showing North remaining on the walkway, encompassed by guardians, while Kim strolled honorary pathway at the Met function. And however North was safeguarded by Kim's security group, you could judge by the manner in which she was walking forward and backward that she was awkward and troubled. None of the other celebs carried their children to the Met celebration. So this was plainly Kim's frantic endeavor to get some exposure since she didn't have a date, and she was supposedly humiliated to come now. With regards to Chicago, Kim is adopting a comparative strategy, and however Chicago is still excessively youthful to be hauled to honorary pathway occasions, you can see that Kim is now fixated on the manner in which the Chicago looks on the grounds that each time she posts on her virtual entertainment, Kim generally makes a point to say Chicago is her small-scale me, other than that Kim is as of now showing Chicago how to mope for the camera and use channels, yet with regards to her child holy person and tune, Kim never carries them to any occasions, and she just posts photographs of them on their birthday events or extraordinary family events. A clasp additionally as of late surfaced showing Kim embracing holy person before the paparazzi before apparently driving him away and attempting to inspire him to leave in an alternate car with her protector. And you might believe we're adding a lot to this, yet hold on until you see what holy person needed to say about Kim in a video for Mother's Day. For Mother's Day, Kim took to her Instagram stories to share a video message holy person recorded for herself. And at one point holy person said that he frequently tells Kim she's nothing to him. "Mother, I'm extremely thankful for you. I know I'm discourteous to you a ton. I say you're nothing to me except for you mean everything to me. I love you more than anything." Sure, the remainder of the video is charming, yet how could a 7-year-old kid tell his mother you're nothing to me? A 7-year-old shouldn't actually have an idea of what you're nothing to me implies. Many fans leap to the remarks to say that it seems as though him doesn't actually have a nearby security with her child since she's too bustling, zeroing in on herself and involving her little girl North for exposure. She makes very little difference to her child on the grounds that the babysitters are raising him, one fan said. And someone else added she's constantly seen with North and not such a great amount with her other 3 kids. For a kid to say that yoser concerning Khloe for Mother's Day, she shared the present she got from Valid and her niece Dream, and keeping in mind that clearly her child Tatum is excessively youthful to make her a present, it's as yet odd that she didn't specify him in her Mom's Day post. It's truly ending up being clear that young men are dealt with uniquely in contrast to the young ladies in the vehicle supper family. And the miserable part is that other than Khan, nobody is discussing this. Fans are saying that they feel frustrated about both Valid and Tatum, since it seems as though Khloe is taking advantage of one of them for benefit while overlooking the other. I think the profit from the speculation is a lot higher with the young ladies. I don't imagine that they're safeguarding their children, however, much considering them to be less significant. Yet what is your opinion about the manner in which Khloe is treating her child? Do you believe she's truly disregarding him since she can't adapt him like her little girl? Remark down underneath and make a point to look at this next video. Unfamiliar.